This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine. Scotty was 14 at the time. Nice guy, good grades, but he was shy around girls. I mean, not just a little tongue-tied. If a girl even came near, the part of his brain that controlled his speech would suddenly spaz up and he'd be babbling baby talk. And what's worse, he'd just moved and started at our school where he knew no one at all. Now there was this one girl he really had his eye on, Sarah. Really smart and really cute. She was in a couple of his classes, and she used the same crosswalk at 5th Street as him every morning on her way to school. She'd smile at Scotty and say hello, but Scotty, the best he could manage was some kind of gurgling sound. And every morning, he'd practice what he was going to say to Sarah in the bathroom mirror. But at school, his tongue would tangle up in his mouth as soon as Sarah got within 10 feet of him. So one morning, Scotty went to the crosswalk, all revved up to ask Sarah to the school dance. He spotted her, she spotted him. She smiled and said hello. He tripped over his own tongue. She just shrugged and walked away. Scotty stood there, banging his head against a mailbox. Then, from out of nowhere, this girl, about the same age as Sarah, strolled up to him and said, "Hi, I'm Jennifer." And it must have been a miracle, but Scotty's tongue untied itself and he said, "Hi, I'm Scotty." She said, "I couldn't help notice you banging your head against that mailbox. Anything wrong?" Scotty told her, "No, not really." And they start to walk along, talking about stuff. Nothing major, just things like the weather or that new song on the radio. And Scotty started to relax. Soon he was talking to her as if she was one of his basketball buddies. He'd suddenly realized girls weren't scary after all. It seemed like no time had passed at all when they arrived at school. Jennifer said that she'd really enjoyed talking with him, but she didn't go to this school anymore. Okay, he thought, just his luck. But then she leaned over, gave him a kiss on the cheek, and walked away. Well, Scotty was suddenly a whole different person. He strolled down the school hallways saying hi to this girl, howdy to that girl. He gained a new confidence. He walked right up to Sarah and could hardly believe it, but real words came out. They talked a while and he asked her out. But the even bigger surprise was she said yes. Scotty was so grateful to Jennifer for turning his life around, he wanted to thank her. He got her address from the phone book, and after school took all the money he had on him and bought a nice bouquet of flowers. He hurried to Jennifer's house, hoping that she hadn't moved or anything. He found the place all right. It looked pretty much like all the other houses on the block. He rang the bell. This lady, looking kind of like she's had a bad time of it lately, answered. He said, "Hi, is Jennifer home from school yet?" She smiled at him for a while like it was some old joke she'd heard before. Then she said, "Is she up to her old tricks again?" Old tricks? Scotty had no idea what she was talking about, so she explained. Jennifer likes to help people. And Scotty said, "She sure helped me." And the lady went on to tell him how Jennifer came back every year on that date to find someone who needed help. Scotty thought for a second and asked, "Back from where?" The lady said, "Jennifer died 10 years ago this very day. I guess she'll keep coming back as long as she's needed." This is a true story. It happened to a friend of mine. Whenever Scotty comes back to town, he goes down to 5th Street. But no Jennifer. She must be helping someone else.